Welcome to Cut the Crap with Beth and Matt, the world's #1 no bullshit health and fitness podcast.
Are you ready to cut the crap with your diet and exercise, get strong as fuck, and build a healthy relationship with food? Then you've come to the right place.
Let's go. If you'd like to support us in the podcast, join our Patreon where you get exclusive content, which consists of monthly workouts you can do at home or at the gym, monthly challenges that are either strength, habit, or mindset based, and access to over 100 plus low-calorie, high-protein, family-friendly meals. These are all designed by a professional chef who is certified in nutrition. These recipes are already in MyFitnessPal for easy fucking tracking. New recipes are also added each week.
We believe that fitness is for everyone, so this is our way of getting you started on your health and fitness journey at a price most everyone can afford. So what the fuck are you waiting for? We'll see you in the Patreon. Okay, Beth, Mount Katahdin 2022 in the books. Let's talk about it.
Wow. That's all I can say is wow. Let's start off by telling everyone what happened to Matt, because I feel like this needs to be said right in the beginning. 2 miles in.
2 miles in. Yeah, this made for a long day. So 2 miles in, I was leading the pack, and I climbed about a 12-foot section of a rock. And at that point, I was taking videos of everybody else climbing up and not necessarily paying attention. And I made a classic rookie move on the trail. Rookie mistake, really. And I did not secure my footing. I stepped backwards, and the ground that I was stepping on just gave out from underneath me. And I went for a little 12-foot ride down the cliff and busted my knee up pretty good.
To the song of a sea shanty.
To the song of a sea shanty. Yes. We had pirate songs playing, and we were singing, and we were having a jolly good time. So I was probably a little distracted, enjoying the moment too much, and busted my knee and popped up. Beth is like, "Oh my God, Matt, what the fuck? Are you okay?"
Hunter
and
screamed.
Out of embarrassment, I think, and also a little bit of shock. I popped right back up. "Yeah, I'm fine, guys. I'm fine." And obviously, I'm not fine because I definitely should have gotten some stitches, but I kept pushing on. I was not going to let that defeat me because we've been talking about this for way too long. And I did the fucking hard thing, and even though it was made immensely harder, did it. And that's all I can say. I'm proud of that. So
Yeah. Honestly, you guys, I don't know how Matt trudged through because he literally has a fucking gash to the bone of his knee. And at one point, you didn't even know how deep it was because you didn't look. You're like, "Yeah, I just bumped my knee." And then he looks down and his fucking pants have blood coming through, seeping through it. So he finally decides to sit down and look at it. And yeah, it was pretty ripped open.
yes.
I'm not laughing, but it was serious, honestly.
We can laugh at it now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But we were laughing at
that was intense.
Not too far long after as
So.
well.
Yeah, because I was embarrassed. And like you said, I was in shock when it happened, and there's definitely a lot of adrenaline going. I'm like, "No, it's fine. Let's just get back on the trail. Don't worry about me. I'll just hang out in the back here behind all you guys."
You had the face of somebody who just fell off a 12-foot cliff, but wanted to act like you didn't fall off a 12-foot cliff.
I did. I wanted to act like it didn't happen. Guys, what are you talking about? I do this all the time. I bleed from my knees all the time. I'm getting rid of my excess blood in my knee. It's okay.
You got right back up to where we were pretty quick.
I did. Adrenaline, man. And adrenaline got me through that entire hike, too. And it's funny, though, because, I mean, I was able to, when that was happening, I had a pretty clear mind. Like, I was like, all right, like I remembered what that rock looked like because I was thinking about whether or not we should climb it or we should go around it. And obviously we went around it. So I knew it was straight down. So I just kind of shot down like a straight down ladder and just kept my hands up, my head up, and just rode it down on my butt and somehow banged my knee on the way. But
yeah, thank God you didn't hit your head.
Yeah. So that could have been much worse. Could have banged my head. Got a concussion, knocked out, or worse, broken a bone, anything. Somebody was watching over me for sure. The mountain gods.
One of your 9 lives was used.
Thankfully, it was the only life I had to use that one. But I'm not the only one that got out injury free, though. So we're all a little bruised and battered, I believe.
Achy.
Everybody is walking a little
Everyone's got a waddle.
Gingerly today.
Oh, yeah. Covered in blisters.
But I mean, it's not. We make it sound so bad, but it was amazing, right? I mean, we did some really hard shit, some epic views.
Epic.
So what does everybody think? Like, would you do it again?
Oh,
One day after
hell
the fact?
no.
But so when we ask next year, if there's a next year?
I thought
Mandy is out.
next year's the quiet chimney pond camping trip.
Yeah, I mean, pretty chill. Yeah.
I say this every fucking year, you guys, that I'm never doing this again, but I've already had people message me that they want to do it. So, but we're not doing Knife's Edge. So if you want to do that, you're on your fucking own because I'm done with that trail. So
That was brutal.
it's on Knife's Edge.
Knife's Edge was my favorite.
It's what, a mile
It's
long?
amazing, right? Actually, Knife's Edge is not the hard part. It's
No.
getting to Knife's Edge that's fucked. So when it's called Hamlin. Is it Hamlin Trail?
Yep.
Hamlin Trail goes up to the first peak, which is Pomola Peak. That's an intense hike up, but it's not the part where you have to go down into the ridge from Pomola Peak up to the Knife's Edge is where it's so fucked because you're going down into the ravine and then you're going up and straight up. So that's why I slammed my knee so hard on a rock that you can hear the bone against rock.
Yeah.
Not fun at all.
Sound of that.
Captain Cassim is laughing. We all have
Just
trail
hear
names.
the
We all have
sound.
trail names. So
Oh, we should go.
let's go through the trail names. Right out of the.
Go with Matt.
I'll have Ryan tell him what he's decided to call me because I do not approve. But apparently, once you're given a name, you can't fucking disapprove of
I'll
it.
go through everybody.
I didn't know there were trail name rules.
Everybody's name. So Matt's trail name was Baby Blue, just because he's got baby blue eyes.
Call me Mountain Matt.
Mountain Matt at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt has like 5 different trail names.
Yep.
He's an enigma.
Iris was Goo Goo Dolls.
Yeah.
The song.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter was Hunter.
Hunter was just Hunter.
First mate.
Played by himself.
Hunter, my first mate. Mandy was Mandy Moore, the America's sweetheart.
Mm-hmm.
I was Captain Cassim from the Pirate Talk.
And I think he named himself that.
I did. And
By
that
the way, you
stuck,
guys.
didn't it? It stuck, didn't it? It
Yeah,
stuck?
yeah.
You're not supposed to give
You're
yourself
not supposed
a
to
trail
name your own
name.
trail
But it
name,
stuck,
according
and
to
that's the whole
Ryan. But
point
he
of a
named
trail
himself,
name.
and he's.
And
so.
did you not call me it afterwards?
I did. Nobody argued with him. But when I tried to fucking change my name,
It's 'cause you
but
couldn't.
wait, this is the best one.
And Beth was Fish Sticks Farraco. And
why
because
would
you
someone
said-
call me Fish Sticks Farraco?
Because you said you smelled, and I said you smell like fish sticks.
But I didn't really smell like fish sticks. Okay? Did I smell like fish sticks?
The death stare. Did I smell like fish sticks, motherfucker? But Fish Sticks Farraco, and you did not like it, but the group loved it. The group was in love with the name.
Well, I mean, of course, because it was slandering me. No one else was getting fucking
And then they're
called
like,
fish
yeah,
sticks.
Fish Sticks Farraco.
That's a nice ring to
It has a nice
It's a
ring
nice
to it.
ring to it, okay? Fish Sticks Farraco. If anyone DMs me Fish Sticks Farraco, I will fuck you
You
up.
get a free.
Okay?
You get a free
I will
first full
add it to the
product
block
if you
list.
message Beth. Fish Sticks Farraco. Fish sticks.
So the trail names, everybody's got to have a trail name when you go hiking on a long hike like that. And Ryan and Hunter were definitely our entertainment there for a while with the pirate speak and the stories they were telling, and the shanty songs that we were singing, the pirate songs that we were singing, that ultimately led to my almost demise. But it was great entertainment. Great entertainment.
But we have a fantastic little video of that, though,
We do, yes. So
that we've been laughing about once we...
there is evidence of my little fall. So because I was recording these guys, so we will post that. So stay tuned for that. That'll be you guys will appreciate it. Because there's the music playing in the background and we're singing
Singing a sea shanty. I look up and then you go down. Whoa!
and the look that you described on my face is like, oh fuck.
No, guys, I didn't just fall down a 12-foot cliff. I'll be right back up.
Now, was it Hunter that started the sea shanty song on his phone? Yes, it was.
it
Why
was
don't you
like-
tell us about that, Hunter?
The CSAN, well, yeah. I mean, Captain Cassim and I working our way up the mountain, fueled by
By the breast milk of a seabird.
a seabird. Yes, my mother.
Your mother. Hunter was born on the 7th day.
Yes, 7th day, and needed a
Survived
little.
under the belly of a
seabird for 3 days.
Yes. And we had a good headwind and we needed some tunes,
Aye.
some music. And 3 seconds later, Mountain Mott
Mountain Mott, baby blue,
took a tumble 12 feet low.
12 feet below.
He's a wizard.
The wizard. Here he is next, and then he's gone.
And I was right back there with you guys.
Aye. Whew. That's all there is to the sea shanty.
Nothing but hunter screams.
Ah!
Below.
Yes. Baby Blue was silent, but I screamed. And that is it.
And that is it.
The story of the sea shanty. They stopped after that.
Yeah, they pretty much did, didn't they? no sea
It was
shanties
a bad
after that.
omen.
We had a few moments of silence because we were all fucking in shock. Literally, if you guys would have seen what would have happened, you would have immediately, in my mind, was like, this is not good. Will we have to call fucking 911 or have like
Go down and get a ranger.
someone get a ranger and come get Matt? Because it's happened so fast. This is the importance of like, shit can happen in a second. It's
Yeah.
crazy. 1 minute we're singing sea shanties, and the second Matt is fucking tumbling down a 15-foot cliff. It's fucking insane, but he's alive, and that's all that
He's
matters.
alive. We're all okay.
Yeah, it wasn't going to let it stop me. I mean, we've been talking about this for a fucking year. You know, it could have turned around for sure. And I think everybody would have understood if I just stayed in the car for the entire day. But I wasn't going to let that stop me. I knew we were there to do hard things, and
And we did fucking hard
made it a little bit
things.
harder than it needed to be, but we did the damn thing.
I gotta do a shout out to Mandy Moore and Goo Goo Dolls.
Yes.
Crushed it on that ravine.
Mandy Moore and Goo Goo Dolls crushed it.
That
Crushed it.
ravine was
That's a-
rough.
that's a
Because it was
scary-
fucking hard, right?
I really struggled with that one. That
what
was hard.
What was the hardest part for you?
Well,
of it?
I'm petite, and so I couldn't reach a lot of things. And on the way down, I felt like I couldn't get good footing because I would have to drop to get my foot onto something. And then I was just catastrophizing in my head. Of course, you know, if I drop and I miss, then I'm not going to stop dropping.
Yeah.
And then on the way up, you know, if I slip or let go or can't get up, then I'm just stuck here forever and I'm going to die all alone, kind of thing. But Hunter was awesome because he would kind of scout it out for both of us and say, okay, put your foot here, put your hand here. Sometimes push us up, pull us up. And that was incredibly helpful and comforting too, because obviously I've never done this before. So I don't know where to put my feet or anything.
Mhm.
But we did it.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mandy.
We did. Hunter was absolutely amazing. Thank you, Hunter.
Yeah.
You guys did amazing.
I had a few moments of being paralyzed. Like I can't move right now. And I'm not really even afraid of heights. It was just the precariousness of it, I think.
Yeah.
Plus, you know, it's a straight drop. So,
By the way, I'm petrified of heights.
So let's climb 5,200 feet up in the air.
Mandy killed it though. She was the leader across
So
Knife's
did you.
Edge, and we were trucking it, especially in the last half of it, because it's like what, a mile long.
You guys made up a lot of area very quickly. We covered a lot of ground.
We saw the peak, and we were like, we're not
they're
stopping.
It's going to be an hour, but you guys got there
Yeah.
like in half hour. You guys killed it to get to that peak, to the summit.
Yeah.
And what's even more insane about this was how Hunter was with you guys, guiding you through all that. And you guys are like an hour behind us at this point. We estimated. And
We
as
took a
we're
long time on that ravine.
as we're nearing the end of Knife's Edge, here comes fucking Hunter behind Beth and myself. Ryan's already a little ahead of us and summiting, and Hunter just comes flying up behind us and ahead of us, finishes Knife's Edge before us,
Gazelle.
while he was with you guys, which is insane.
He comes behind me and he's like, "Hey," and I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And then he made it to the top before me and Matt did.
Talk about why it was so hard for us to get through Knife's Edge towards the end there.
Well, my quads, both of my quads started cramping so bad. I mean, so bad you could see it pulsing coming out of my pants. I've never had such cramps ever. Ryan, Dr. Ryan, Captain Kasim was like, "You need some glycogen stores. You better get them some candy." So we sat there and ate like 40 fucking Swedish fish. And then I was like, "Oh, I feel great now." I was like, "Okay, good. Let's go." So that's pretty much what happened. And yeah, Matt was
took a
cramping.
lot of snack breaks,
A lot of snack breaks.
a lot of water breaks, camelbacks.
I was cramping because with my right leg, my right knee being fucked up, I was overcompensating with my left leg, which then of course made my left leg just go to shit and cramp and everything. But I think everybody was dealing with cramping at some point. Charlie horses. I know Iris, you were cramping up.
I had some nasty cramps going up Pomola.
No matter how much water we drank and how many electrolytes we drank and potassium, it was inevitable. It was a really fucking hot day, and plus we all ran out of water. Or 4 of the 6 of us ran out of water, so which we thought we had more than enough. So that's another thing. Always have enough water.
Yeah, that hike that's the first time I ran out of water, and also the latest we've ever gotten down the mountain.
Over 12 hours.
I still had water because I have PTSD from the first time I did it because I ran out of water by the time I get to the top.
Wow.
The same trail.
I just squeezed out the last bit for my camelback. Like in the last, I had like 0.6 miles to go. I'm glad for that.
You conserved it pretty well then. You rationed it.
Yeah. Well, I was paranoid of not having any.
Yeah.
So I was just sipping all day long.
Yeah, because we didn't bring our water filter.
Bring your emergency supplies, which Matt was like, "Oh, I can't fit this in my backpack," which was the fucking water filter that we probably could have used.
Definitely could have used it.
Can we talk about the best part of the trip, though?
What is the best part of the trip? Let's see.
The donuts this morning?
The snack exchange.
Snack exchange.
We traded
Friday
snacks.
night.
We threw all of our snacks on the
Kitchen table full of snacks.
Table full of snacks, and we traded.
We're trading Pop-Tarts. We're trading Cliff
was your
Bars and
favorite
protein
trade?
bars and candy.
My favorite trade.
Hunter.
That cinnamon Pop-Tart.
Oh, for
Not your
once.
lemon cake bullshit.
Oh, come on. You didn't even try the lemon cake.
Didn't need to. No, two big wins for this one. One is the dill pickles in the bag. You not only get the dill pickles, but then you get the pickle juice after. That was a game changer. And then the mixed candy bags. Nerds rope. That was okay. Yeah,
How dare you.
I'll give you credit for that.
That was a
Nerds rope.
big hit. Nerds Rope. You love the Nerds Rope?
Yeah.
Did you try the Nerds Rope?
I had some of them.
You
That
had
was
some
good.
Nerds Rope.
That was
Yeah,
good.
Nerds Rope.
Good sugar
then-
source.
Dill pickle chips.
Yeah, you had Sour Patches and another
Swedish
candy.
Fish.
Swedish Fish.
They got pickles too, which they told me I should have gotten, and I was like, "No, I don't need them." But I ended up eating everyone else's pickles.
I brought a jar of olives, so we shared that at the peak. I was drinking the juice out of the olives to get some
Yeah.
salt in
You needed
me.
the sodium. Yeah.
Yeah, it helped though. I mean, I was cramping like crazy going up Pomola, but then I pounded some sodium and I was pretty much okay. There were a few moments, but really not as bad as at first.
Hunter's new pre-workout is pickle juice now.
Yeah, it is.
All over my ass.
Give you a good pump because of all that sodium.
It did. What's the company? What's the company that sells this space? Is it like Mr. Olive or Miss Olive or?
Don't tell them until they agree to sponsor you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm going for. Yeah. So anyway.
The official pre-workout of Cut the Crap with Beth and Matt.
Yeah.
Pickle juice.
Pickle juice.
You can get those at Hanford's too.
Yeah. I'm excited.
So, what was the best part of the hike? Was it just the summit, getting to the summit, and that feeling of holy shit, we just climbed 5,200 feet elevation?
Yeah, for me it was that we fucking did it once we got there.
Mm-hmm.
And really it was because it's really you just hyper fixate on where you're putting your feet and looking down and
One
where's the
step at a
next
time.
rock and is it stable and solid. But when you do get those moments of looking up and out, it's like something out of a fairy tale. This is incredible.
Yeah.
And I felt that too on the first. It's a gentle slope, but you're essentially walking on like landscaping, loose rocks the whole time. But the view there is incredible. It looks like Wales or New Zealand or Scotland.
I was going to say, let's talk about the trail that we took down.
Yeah.
That I almost fucking broke my arm on, and the rock slides
Yeah.
that were existing.
Man, Saddle Trail. I'd never want to even hear that name again after we talk about this. That was such
Well, it
a
had
horrendous
rained,
experience.
3 days ago?
It had rained, I think, 2 days before that.
2 days
and
ago.
So the ranger was like, it's pretty much a stream on the trail coming down, and this trail is probably a 70 degree angle coming down.
Steep.
For it's like a 2,000 feet decline over the course of a fucking mile.
Yeah.
That's
You're like,
insane.
it's like going downstairs like a baby. You sit on your butt and then you lower yourself down. And then you sit on your butt.
and it's so
lower yourself down.
treacherous. You can never get good footing. So on that note, like something I was thinking about was like how we all kind of just worked together to make sure everybody was safe, and we were helping each other, pulling each other up, and pushing each other up underneath them and everything. Like everybody was just helping each other out.
Ryan and Hunter had their own little adventure together.
No, he went.
But I got to give it to Hunter. Hunter took care of my girls, Mandy and Iris,
Yeah, he
for a
really
long
did.
time. So
Mhm.
that was awesome.
I think the best part, I actually like the first leg, like up to Pomola from Helon, because I don't know, that's when like everybody goes at their own pace, especially once you get to the summit. You're like, fuck it, like let's get to the bottom. But I think on the way to the top is cool. I don't know you all super well, so got to get to know you guys a little bit better.
Yeah, it was a great. I mean, I feel like we all have this life experience now that we're going to be bonded together over forever, and we definitely learned a lot about each other, and I think we're all closer because of it.
We'll never
There's a fucking gazelle.
we'll never have a normal conversation.
So down the mountain, Hunter puts on his headphones and he's like, Beth, give me your car keys.
Yeah.
I'm going to fucking run it. All right. Put on his Lincoln Park and fucking ran. And I was like, I fucking don't know how you just did that. But he was like, peace the fuck out.
Ryan, I stopped and talked to these people who I didn't know who they were, but I thought they were my friends. And then I'm waiting. Ryan gets to the end and he tells me something. You want to tell him?
That was because I was walking. I was like 15 minutes behind Hunter. So anybody I talked to, I was like, "Have you seen like the tall blonde kid?" And one couple goes, "Yeah, that guy fucking sucks," because he's just trail running,
Making us all feel just
fucking sucks because he's just like everybody who's coming down that way is dead tired, and then you see
Right.
this tall blonde guy, headphones in, just jogging down the trail. So everybody's like, "That guy,"
which is a
sucks.
feat in its own because it's so hard and so treacherous.
He was straight up fucking trail running on a fucking
Crazy.
like rock. Like it's all rock. Like Killian Jorn. If anyone knows who that is, go Google that guy. That was Hunter. Freaking just a little billy goat.
And every moment of the descent, I mean, for myself, it really sucked, obviously, because going down is a lot harder on your knees already as it is with healthy knees, let alone having a big gash in one of them. So that was every step was just like borderline, like this is the most pain I've ever felt in my life. You know,
bet.
at one point when we had it bandaged, because we had it bandaged up and that just built up the pressure there. So I had to take that off. And that was like an 8 out of 10 pain. And then after that, it was like a 6 out of 10. But then at the end of the night, when we went to the restaurant and,
Yeah, the
and
restaurant.
I was literally laying in the restaurant, McDonald's. I was literally laying in the SUV, just like in verge of tears. I was like, this is fucking awful. This is the worst pain I've ever felt in my life.
Yeah, I know. We tried to get you McDonald's,
But you guys got me that milkshake, and that helped.
Comfort.
Yeah, the comfort
Comfort and sugar.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, the descent was no joke. It was just rock after rock after rock, which made sense because we climbed rock after rock after rock on the way up. But it was
That
really
quick break at Chimney Pond was pretty sick too, though.
yeah.
You
The
could look
chimney
up
pond
and
was
see
so
where you
epic.
had been all the way around.
Yeah, like we
And
just hiked
like,
that entire
holy
fucking
shit,
rim.
we just did that.
Yeah. So perspective, make sure to take everything in for a moment.
Oh
So-
yeah.
Yeah. I think that was my favorite part. The whole hike is like you said, the moments you actually stop and you just look out all over Maine and when Beth's like, yeah, we're hiking over that fucking thing. You're like, what? Like, go over that.
Then when you look back after you're at the
Yeah.
top, you're like, whoa, I just
Yeah,
did that.
you're right.
It's mind blowing.
It's cool.
Because you can't look while you're doing it because you have to watch your feet. There's no other way to do it.
We're making this experience sound amazing. I know that, guys, but it's like
What happens after you do it? This is where we got that mountain high going on.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now everyone's like, oh yeah, it was so fucking great. But when you're in it, you're like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? But it really is an amazing experience, and I suggest everyone, if you can, it's like a bucket list thing.
Yeah.
But don't ask me to take you up there. Okay,
Right.
not today, not today, but I may at some point. Again, just not Knife's Edge.
embrace the suck. And we said this during the hike yesterday. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional, right? So you can have a complete train wreck and you can let your mind get the best of you and just have a complete breakdown. But we were on the verge a couple of times, but we didn't get to that point. So it's really about mental toughness too, to keep you in the game, especially when it's literally one step at a time. Just focus on the next foot in front of you, and you'll get there eventually.
Yeah. I think
There were
my
some
other-
tears,
Yeah.
but that's
Yes.
okay.
And also, I think we should preface that like strength training, I think saved every single one of
Oh,
us.
yeah.
Because I fell, I caught myself. I could have broken my arm. I have a huge bruise in my arm. couple of like really close calls that I caught myself.
Yeah.
But if I wasn't in the shape that I'm in, I would be fucking broken arm, broken leg. Who knows? Same with Matt. Every single one of us. It's like consistent lunging, squatting,
Pull-ups.
tricep dips.
I'm sorry, what is that again?
And Hunter was giving strength training cues down the mountain. Let's have him discuss that a little bit.
Going down and up that big ravine, Hunter was telling Mandy, okay, here, we're going to do a tricep dip.
And Mandy's response was, Hunter, I don't know what a tricep dip is right now.
And it wasn't just like what she said, but like I could see the look in her eye, and I was like, all right, let's take this at a different angle here. Then we figured something else out. But yeah.
Yeah. So on that note of strength training, I mean, what you guys just said, we were squatting, we were lunging, we were doing step ups, we were doing pull ups, push ups.
With 40 pounds on our backs.
Yeah.
that's
Like, and that, of course, having the mobility and the strength to do that, but also, like Beth said, with the falls, we have stronger bones because we strength train. So our strength training helps us in every aspect of life. Not to get jacked and be strong as fuck. It's also just improves the quality of your life, and it prevents injuries and just makes things so much easier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know I noticed for myself, because this is probably my 5th or 6th time hiking it. Up until this year, I hadn't really strength trained consistently, since I was in high school. And so this year, even at, almost 20 pounds heavier, I feel better, like recovery. I felt better, like with my endurance, even though I'm not really doing any cardio. Huge difference it made for me. So
no cardio, yet you're running across the mountain like a fucking gazelle.
Yeah. No, it was eye-opening to see, wow, like I was really curious to see how I would do at the heavier weight, and made a big difference for sure.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else we want to add to that? Obviously, we talk a lot about the suffering that we went through, but it was worth it. And
I'd say the only other thing I thought was cool, because I sat on the mountain. It takes a certain type of crazy to do that hike. But also, I thought everybody we met on the mountain was just like the nicest. They were just the nicest people.
Oh, yeah.
So nice.
What
Everyone's like,
a
how you
community.
doing? You need some water and everything.
The hiking community, backpacking community is, the nicest group of people. They're all there just to escape the realities of life for a day or so. And
Vitamin N.
Like there's some guys that were shirtless with just their water, and they're like, I'm working through some shit, so I'm just out here tackling this mountain. Just working through shit mentally. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I suggest everyone do something way out of their comfort zone, because honestly, like, this will make you be better at something else, because it's so fucking hard that something that you would have thought would be harder is not as hard after you do something that's
The hard shit gets a lot easier.
the harder. Then you just keep doing harder shit. Like every fucking year I do it, I level up a little bit more.
Level up, find hard shit, do the hard shit, get rewarded, and be happy.
There it is.
Let's go do a quick round table for like one lesson learned or highlight. I'll start because I brought it up, but I'm just going to go with, like, when things happen to you, you dictate how you respond to those situations and those circumstances. I could have let falling 12 foot ruin my day and get to the best of me and be bummed out, but I chose not to let that happen. You have a choice to everything that happens in your life when hard shit comes your way. I suggest you look at the bright side of things and persevere and push through, because you'll be better off for it.
Literally everything is 1 foot in front of the other, just 1 foot in front of the other, step by step. And we can do hard things, which I was told a million times yesterday.
Fish sticks for Rocco.
Okay, enough with the fish sticks. But my little boy, so my husband was worried because we got down late, and he was like texting me. I got all the texts in McDonald's after our fucking feast that we had. Anyway, that's another story. And so I'm on the phone with him. And he's like, Mommy, I heard you had a tough day. And I said, I did. He goes, but you know what, Mama? I was like, what? You can do hard things, Mama. And I was like, oh my God, you're right. So, the littles are always listening. That's my take on that.
Yeah. I would say, for me, you realize that motivation is a real thing, because especially when you can see your end goal, or your goal, right? So like at one point we're going up Knife's Edge, we're like, fuck, this. We're like that. We're not even close. We're like we were like 5 more hard pushes, maybe a break in between there. But once I started to get closer and I saw the peak, that's when I was just like, I'm just fucking going, and I'm flying towards that. Yeah. And then once I got to the peak, I just let out a fucking scream. Yeah. And one guy's like, nice job, man. I'm like, thanks.
See, everybody at the top, they earned that too. So they're like, I know what you just went through. I know that feeling you're feeling right now. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. But I was just saying, motivation's real, especially when you have an idea what your end goal is.
Okay.
And we can use it as a tool. Because we were not motivated the whole fucking time.
Fuck no.
Oh, no way.
A lot of just cries and sighs. But once you can see where you're getting to and when it's realistic and within sight, that's when I think we all just fucking pushed it.
Beautifully said, man. That's a great way of looking at our goals overall and how you can use motivation rather than
Motivation Mountain.
Motivation Mountain.
Use it. Don't rely on it. Yeah.
Mhm. Hunter, the first mate.
Yeah, I would say the biggest lesson that was probably reinforced to me on this trip was just doing something that's really hard with other people. Friends, or maybe you don't know them, the camaraderie and relationships that you build on that trip is, something that lasts a long time. And it's also it's a little bit easier, a lot more fun to do it that way. And if we can apply that to, our lives and whatever it is, I think we go through a lot in our lives that we feel like we're alone. But if you can have somebody there, or a group of people who understand what you're going through and do it together, it always is a better and easier journey probably than the alternative. So that's the lesson.
Well said, man.
Find your people.
Yeah.
Mandy Moore.
Anymore. America's sweetheart.
I'm just going to say that I think it's pretty amazing that what you think you can't do, you actually can do. It's definitely a mind fuck, and you have to really overcome that. And not only that, you are a lot stronger than you think you are. It's just
Fuck yeah.
an amazing experience, and we can do hard things.
Well, Mandy kind of stole mine.
You can,
So I'm going to riff on it a little bit. I was going to say, if something seems impossible, it's almost always not. You just have to maybe pause and reassess and take a breather for a second and then hit it again. Count 3, 2, 1, go. I did that a lot on that frickin' ravine. But yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Beth is going to add something.
I want to add to, I think that a lot of us are not used to pushing past our comfort zone. And that's where the fucking magic is, you guys. It really is by doing something that you are so afraid of and so uncomfortable doing. And just doing it alone is that's where it's at. So don't be afraid of stop being so comfortable with being comfortable. You have to get uncomfortable. Because that's where it is.
Be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yes, exactly.
And one thing about that too, which I've heard from somebody, and I can't remember who now at this point, but the more you get okay with being uncomfortable, the less things are gonna tip the scale and piss you off.
Mm-hmm.
And that I've realized in my own life. But just, doing something like this, right now I feel like I can do anything except walk.
Right.
But the more you get okay with being uncomfortable, your bar rises a little bit, and then you can just handle things so much better.
Yes.
And the other thing I'll add is what I always refer to as remember rule number 6, which is don't take yourself so seriously.
Oh, I thought it was don't trust a fart.
Rule number 1
Lots
is
of that
don't
on this
trust a fart. Tough summer. But rule number 6 is don't take yourself too seriously,
Yes.
which I think helped us also mentally through this hike, is whether it's pirate talk or trail
Screaming
name
fuck on the
nicknames.
top of a mountain.
Right.
Yeah.
We're making whale noises.
Right. Yeah.
Singing
Oh, yeah.
boot scootin' boogie
There
while
were
you're
whale
sliding
noises.
down rocks.
But when you're also able to enjoy the moment and make each other laugh along the way, you remember that way more than the most difficult parts.
Well said. And the car rides that we shared together, getting here and just singing songs with each other, some of those road trip bangers, that was amazing. So much fun. Yeah. There's one thing I wanted to say too. So today is Beth's 7-year anniversary of sobriety, right?
Let's go.
7 years, no alcohol.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck
Let's
yeah.
go.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Lucky number 7.
All right. Well, I think that's a wrap for the post Katahdin hike special. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Can we say boozy?
Couple of boos.
We had lots of little words we were saying up and down the mountain. One of them was poos. Don't be a pussy.
Big push, you fucking pussy.
You fucking pussy.
I'm surrounded by a couple of pussies over here.
Who's that pussy up the mountain? Anyway, that's a wrap with Cut the Crap with Beth and Matt for this, I don't know what number episode, but it is the end of Katahdin episode in the living room of an amazing Airbnb underneath about 5 deer heads. And we got a bear.
Watching us.
And
Actually 7 for 7 years sober.
I took a photo.
is there really 7 deers?
7
Yeah.
deer.
Oh
Nice.
shit, you guys, 7 deers, 7 years.
It's a sign.
It's meant to be. You fucking pussies. All right, peace out.
Bye.
Bye. Can I get a oh yeah?
Can I get a oh yeah? Oh yeah. Hope you enjoyed this episode, so why not share it with a friend who needs to hear it? Send us a DM on Instagram or email us at cutthecrappod@gmail.com and join our Patreon at patreon.com/cutthecrappodcast. As always, we appreciate you and thanks for being here.